Hello, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk all the way around. We're going to look for any dents, scratches, any kind of blemishes on the outside. Then we're going to go inside, go over some of the features, make sure everything's working properly. And then finally we'll pop the hood so we can evaluate just a little bit in the engine bay. So first impressions are really freaking good. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front, just because that's where it usually is. But I'm not seeing much of anything. It actually looks great. So let's start going around and see if there's anything that we can find. If there is, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual so you know exactly what's going on. So starting off, tires are in great condition. You got loads of life left in those, so that's awesome. Got the step there in the back. You also have the bed cover, which is awesome. We love all that. So just pop in the trunk with the key fob here. Bed cover, you got liners in there, a little extra space in there, and then this opens up for a cooler, or I mean just space as well. But I like putting a cooler in there. I think it's fun. Looks like you have a little bit of a rock chip right in here. So nothing too crazy, but good to know nonetheless. Good to know. All right, well, as far as the exterior goes, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. It looks great. I'm actually really impressed. So while we're out here, here's a quick look around some of our lot. There's our building down there. So we're in the far lot right now. We actually just expanded. We bought up this land. So sorry, Pat's Barbecue, he went out of business, so we took your land. But that's why it's all a little bit gravelly and weird over here. But this is maybe 30% of our cars, what you can see here. So we got more over on the other side of the building over there. There's another building back that way, and then on the other side of that building, there's more over there. So we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state, which isn't like super important to know, but I feel like when you're buying from out of state, it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with, you know? Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn the car on, obviously, but when I do, I'm gonna leave the camera up here on the dash. That way, if there's any kind of warning lights or anything weird popping up, you'll be the first to know. So let's check it out. All right, so no warning lights up right here, so that's obviously a good thing, but let's cycle through a couple things just for good measure. Cool. So on this particular thing, so your average fuel economy is 3 miles per gallon, which doesn't look great, but the reason why is because essentially while the vehicle is idling here on the lot, it's just gonna be left on and not driven anywhere. So the miles per gallon isn't going to reflect super accurately what you'll be getting when it's on the road driving around. So in order to see what you'll accurately get on the road, just Google it, or I think it's on our website as well, what the fuel economy is on this. If I'm not mistaken, I believe see, look, it just went down just because the car's on. So I believe it's around like mid-20s. So, but I'll double check on that and get back to you. Anyway, so as far as interior features go, you have a few of them, so I'm gonna go a little bit fast just for the sake of time, so this video isn't like 40 minutes long. But starting off, you got your cruise control up here. You got a beautiful sunroof up top, which is always a pleasure. I really like sunroofs. It's not even that important, but I really like them. They're a ton of fun. So obviously windows roll down, windows roll up, all your basic stuff. Side mirrors, good to go. Looks like oh nice, you have your blind spot monitor on these, so that's cool. You can see it in the little corner there, in the top left corner. So that's pretty fun. Other one, also working beautifully. Up here is where you're gonna have most of your fun stuff, to be honest. I mean, you have like your bed lights and whatever, and that's cool, we like that, but this is the really cool stuff. So aside from your heated seats down here, this is going to be where you have your radio, your media, all your beautiful things. You can connect your phone, and on and on and on. So speaking of, let's check your audio system real quick. Nice. Working beautifully. And your AC is as well. It is blowing cold. Everyone always asks that. Yes, it's blowing cold. So just so you know. Down here is going to be your plugins and a couple other whatnots. You also have, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you have the wireless phone charger. Yep, there's the button for it. So a wireless phone charger down here, which is, again, very cool. So auto vehicle hold, you have camera system up there. So that's pretty cool. Lock your rear diff, and on and on and on. So there's plenty of things to play with up here. You have no shortage of fun toys. We'll move on. As far as interior condition goes, it's really freaking good. I'm not seeing any dents, any tears, any rips, any stains, any discoloration. Really anything. Like, it looks great. So a little more space in there, but we can go over features all day. For the sake of time, we'll probably call that there. Let's pop the hood in the engine bay. We'll check that out real quick, and then it should be good for this video. Right, so I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about cars, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything under here, you at least know what neglect looks like. So if you've got like acid buildup all around the battery, if all your metal pieces are covered in rust and you got like spider webs and junk all over everything, then you know, I'd probably ask some more questions at that point. That being said, this looks great. Very well taken care of. There's really not even a whole lot of dust on it. No, I'm not seeing rust in anything. Battery's in great condition. Good stuff. So if you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly for now. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. So if you have any other questions, or there's something that I missed that you'd like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new truck.